That's toxic.
Don't you need a folder for that?
Like, how long can you sustain that kind of relationship?
Are you a drama queen?
It's not about she liking me, but it's like, since like I'm your woman now, you're supposed to
You
come
need
to
to
me.
be more than my mom now.
Well, yes. I mean, I will take on more responsibilities. Yes, I'll be the mom, the sister, the partner, the everything. I'm supposed to be your everything.
You're a 10, but you're possessive.
Yes, I am. Olá, chamo-me Farah e estou feliz por estar aqui.
Welcome, guys. This is our new segment, the story of the day from Inspektv. My name is Nate.
My name is Pius. Welcome to the story of the day. Yeah. So with the story of the day comes the guest of the day. Mm-hmm. And before we get into the story of the day, let's see who the guest of the day is.
The guest?
The guest.
My name is Farah. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for coming. Farah, tell us about yourself.
Am I in a job interview?
Where you from first? Where you from?
Where you from?
Yeah.
What you like? I don't know.
I am from Mozambique. I'm 23 years old. Now I am working.
Say something high or something in Portuguese or something. You guys speak Portuguese, right?
Yes. Olá. Chamo-me Farah. E estou feliz por estar aqui.
What does that mean?
It means I'm happy to be here.
Ah, nice.
Great. So Nate, should we dive into the story of the day?
Please give us the story.
All right. So this is a scenario, and this is a girl, probably Farah, saying, "My boyfriend always acted weird about his laptop. Okay. One day I checked it and found out a folder called Project Wife.
Oh.
So I clicked on the project, right? The project was full of notes about me and even things to say during fights. Like, it was detailed. The things to say about, like, he has to say during a fight and all that. I thought he was a manipulative psycho until I found out he made it with his therapist to become a better partner. Now I'm not sure if it's sweet or creepy. What do you think about that? So the guy basically has a folder where he stores every goddamn detail of how to manage his wife. When we are in a fight, what should I say? When we wake up, what does she say? You know, like those specific details. Do you find that sweet, thoughtful, or creepy, and you like?
This is very creepy, to be honest, because it means that you're not being yourself, right? Like, I do understand that, you know, maybe you're trying to make me happy and maybe that's what you think I want, but I value like authenticity, realness. So you having a scripture of how to handle me, that is like not romantic at all.
Do you realize how hard it is to deal with women?
Come on.
It requires a folder in your laptop to know what to say, how to say it, when to say it. I mean,
yes, coming from someone
got married.
I need a folder too.
You're gonna get
Just got married 2 weeks ago. And he's saying,
I mean, this guy could be me, you know.
yeah. Wow. Do you have a scripture?
I need one. Maybe I need one. Maybe that's the thing missing out.
Oh my God.
But do you think you need to, like, for a successful relationship, you need to be so specific and really learn the female creature to the point of detailing out every...
No, I think it should become natural, but
Yeah.
but this guy probably his wife is a bit complicated. that's why he have a folder.
Yeah, because trust me, we're looking at this guy as being creepy, but the wife must be a nightmare. Are you a drama queen?
Well, I have my days, depending on my hormones.
Depending on your hormones.
She said I have my days.
So,
Take us through
I mean,
your good days and bad.
like, to be honest, for example, when I'm on my days, it depends. Sometimes I can be more grumpier. Sometimes I want more affection. Sometimes I need more space. So, but like, I think like I express a lot. Like I'm very outspoken. So I'll tell you what I need, right? So I think I'm easy to manage, to be honest.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
sometimes I can be dramatic. I mean, who doesn't like a little bit of problems in a relationship? So.
That sounds like a problem, a big problem.
Do you
Okay,
think
but imagine you are in a relationship and you guys never argue. Everything is always smooth.
that's a
and
problem?
That's a problem.
I mean, that's every guy's dream.
Right.
A relationship with no argument, right?
Yeah, but for women, unfortunately, it's not because I have experienced that kind of things in a relationship.
Uh-huh.
Like a lady want to argue here and there, and somehow they just want to be in peace after a while or something. But they want some spice to it. That's
Say
what
like
I'm
you're-
yes,
saying.
exactly.
Spice.
So if
spice
it's too
things up.
peaceful and what kind of spice is
Yeah,
it
they don't
now?
like too safe. They don't want it to be blend like just with no spices. Just they don't want it to be like a white, like a white person. Yeah, flat. Yeah, they don't
Yeah,
want it.
because you become too predictable. Like if I know you are waking up, just going to work, coming back, and then just watching the news, and that's it. There's no element of surprise. There's nothing.
So you want a guy who once in a while you'll find as a DM to a girl.
Oh
once-
no,
mean,
not
that's the drama.
that type of problem.
Okay,
No.
what kind
You
of
know,
drama
this is
is
like-
acceptable
Wait,
then?
no, something like let's say we went to Japka,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe you told the girl like, "Oh, you look nice," and then
Eh.
I'm like, "Wait, hold on a minute, she looks what?" So that type of problem. I don't want to find anything that is cheating
Mm.
because I feel like cheating is just not physical. Like DMing a girl, like, what are you doing? Like, I'm here
Wow.
for that. So
Okay.
problems like this, like, why are you looking at her? And then he's like, I was looking at the floor. Like, you know what I mean? Like these type of
my
small
God.
arguments.
Man, I'm single
So.
and I'm questioning. This is why I'm single. This is why this man needs a note.
But to be fair, sometimes I feel like we create the problems because we also want to hear something, right? Because let's say me and you were dating and then you look at the girl, maybe you're looking at her feet and I'm like,
Yeah.
why are you looking at her feet and stuff, you know? And then I want to hear you saying
yeah.
like, but baby, don't worry, your feet are the most beautiful. You know, sometimes we create problems because
Because
we want the reassurance.
I have a feeling that
She's
the reason
spicy,
why they
man.
like listen, this is what I think, right? I think what they like is that whole, as she said, the reassurance.
Yeah.
So they want to create the drama, although it's not existent, so that you come back and chase them again, and chase them again,
Yes.
and reassure them again.
Yes.
So for that reassurance to come up, you have to like kind of mini break up, and then you come back and be like, I reassure you that I love you.
But doesn't
Yeah.
I reassure
doesn't appear
you.
Yes.
that doesn't appear as toxic though?
I know from your end.
That's toxic.
I
Don't you need a
think it's
folder for that?
toxic.
It is. Like how long can you sustain that kind of relationship? Just breaking up once and
No,
then,
not breaking up.
no. I
right?
mean like
Drama.
emotionally, drama
Yeah.
is really hard to sustain.
Okay, but like maybe you can do it like once every 3 months, you know? Maybe I think maybe the toxicity comes when it's like too frequent, when it's a lot of highs, lows, high lows. But I think if it's like a little bit stable, then a little bit high, a little
Okay,
bit
so
low.
so
like
once a year type of thing.
No,
No,
once
not
once
once
in
a
3
year.
months.
Once every 3 months.
That's 4 times a year then.
I mean, sometimes problems such as you coming home 1 hour later and you didn't tell me, and I can be like, "But where were you?" Like we can just have a small argument.
a
It
small
doesn't
argu-
need
okay.
to be like something
Like
over
making the
top.
minor things like a little bit much bigger.
Exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
that type of.
I think
vibe.
we need to go to the next story, man.
Let's do another story before we
Because,
create another
yeah,
folder.
I'm gonna create a folder after this one.
All right, should I go ahead and read this one?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so this is another scenario, right? That I want to pick your mind on. So, this is a girl who says, "I overheard my boyfriend telling his friend he won a bet. He made me fall for him in under a year. I confronted him, and he swore to me it was a dumb joke from before, and we got serious now. Later on, his friend DM'd me saying, 'Yeah, it was a bet, but he actually fell for you. That wasn't part of the plan. Now I'm stuck. Do I believe that the love is real, or walk away from someone who played me and played with my heart?'"
I bet.
Have you had this
Whoa.
This
experience
is
where?
really a manly
Let-
thing to
let-
do. I don't know.
Let me start with the guy. Have you had this scenario where you with the boys, you look at a girl and like, I can have her in a month or
Yeah, it
something?
happened. It happened once a while. Yeah, it
Yeah.
helps. Like for example, when we were in high school,
Okay, yeah.
this type of
You
things
bet on
happen.
it.
Yeah, I bet on it. I lost a couple of times, but but we bet.
And there's this thing of looking at three girls and you're like, that one will take me 2 weeks. That one month. That one day. You know?
Yeah, there is that kind of scenario. I know it, like my friends as well back in high school. I think we were toxic, that kind of toxic friendship. But yeah, we had those type of bets. Yeah, I was the loser, but
You always face.
At least you're humble enough to admit it.
yeah,
so-
admit it. Nah, it's
Would you
long
mind
way.
being a prize to be betted on?
No, actually, I wouldn't. I admire the attention, but I wouldn't, to be honest. Because if this is how you guys want to speak about me, like, okay, maybe I can take her 2
But
weeks,
that-
something
yeah.
like that.
But he fall in
It
love
makes
with you
me
after.
feel
Yeah.
like a Tupperware.
But he fall in love with you.
But the point is, that means he came to you. He came to you not because he was interested in you. He just came to you to prove a point or to win a bet.
yeah.
So how do you get convinced that he was genuine? Like, because he came to you and said, "Hey, you look good. Hey, what? I want to take you out." You believed him, but in his mind, you're not. He was just trying to win a bet.
But in the story, like, did she find out or did he tell her?
She found out,
Oh,
but then the
no.
guy convinced him that it started off as a bet,
Yeah, then-
and then became real afterwards.
I think the issue is that she found out because, like, let's say, even if it was a bet, and then he fell in love with me, if he came to me and said, "You know what, like, let's talk. I have something to confess," and he told me, then of course I'd be pissed for some time, but I think I would like forgive him and be with him. But because I found out, then like it just feels like you're covering up your.
So if you
tracks.
didn't find out, like you'll be fine.
Yes, I mean, if I didn't find out, then I wouldn't know. Then you know what I mean. Like we wouldn't be in the situation. But he should have like went up to her and told her like straight up, like this was a bet, but I fell in love with you now.
Nah, that would sound very bad. How do you explain that?
I mean, I feel like the whole point, first of all, is the girl. You need to feel like how long did he think he would get you? If he thought it was one day,
One day. yeah. She have to analyze the bet. Like-
because this one was like,
wow.
you got me under a year. I think under a year first of all, that means that
Realistic, yeah.
he
you-
thought that it would take a year. To
yeah,
get
it
you.
wouldn't be
That
easy,
means they
yeah.
value you for at least
Yeah,
highly,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The second thing is again, when do you then determine this is where the game stopped and this is when the love began?
Yeah.
Again, it has to be a confession from him. But at the end of the day, I mean, being a prize is not a bad thing, is it?
Well,
I mean,
I think so. Yeah.
all right. You know the game of he's a 10, but
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you say
yeah.
he's a 6 or what, depending on this, right? So he and then you, she, right?
I didn't get
Okay.
it though.
This is a game. The game, for example, I say she's a 10, but she's short, right?
Ah, she's a 10, but she's short.
Hey,
Okay.
and then you say, that makes her what?
Okay,
Oh, if
okay.
she's a 10, but she smells.
Damn. That's a brutal example,
All
but
right. So let me start with you.
Okay.
He's a 10, but believes in splitting bills 50-50.
Oh hell no, he's a 0. Because what? He's a 0. Why are we splitting the bill? Like, no. Are we also splitting? Like, you are a woman sometimes, I'm a man sometimes. No,
He has to be 100%.
he has to be 100% a provider.
Okay.
wow. Okay, I agree with that, though. But it's funny.
All right, now for you. She's a 10, but she cannot live without makeup. She has to apply makeup every day.
I wouldn't mind it.
Would that be a 10 though?
Yeah, I mean,
If you need makeup to be a 10.
no.
are you
She's
10?
a 10 without makeup, then she won't just live without
But she
makeup.
likes makeup. She applies makeup every day.
Bruh, I love that.
She's still
But
what is
then-
she? She's a 10?
That's like
She's still a
self-esteem issues, don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
We can fix that.
You can fix it.
Yeah, we can fix
Because
it.
you
You
have,
can
like,
remind her of
makeup
how
in your
beautiful she
clothes.
is
Yeah.
without it. You love her just the way she is.
Yeah.
But I doubt that 10 if it requires makeup, though.
Yeah.
I know.
I doubt it too.
But you're the one who wrote it, so she's a 10 without makeup.
No, she's a 10, but she cannot leave without makeup.
I wonder how it looks in the morning. But I don't know. But like,
What
I'll
is
take it. No worries.
So is that a 9 or?
Yeah, it's a 9 probably.
All right. Back to you. He's a 10, but he's a mama's boy.
But how much of a mama's boy? Like how much is his mom involved?
She needs to approve you before he a kind of mama boy. Or, I mean, like they always converse about you and all that. Mama's boy, I don't know. As much as you could be a mama boy. He loves his mom so much.
Okay, I think like I'm very possessive, so I think he's a 4.
That makes him a 4.
That makes him a 4 because that means that like you go to your mom for advice, you go to your mom for everything.
What's
like
wrong
I'm
with
just
that, though?
there.
Yeah, what's wrong with
What's
that?
wrong with that? If you think you're a good person, why wouldn't someone's mom like you?
No, it's not about she liking me, but it's like since like I'm your woman now, you're supposed to
You
come
need to
me.
be more than my mom now.
Well, yes. I mean, I will take on more responsibilities. Yes, I'll be the mom, the sister, the partner, the everything. I'm supposed to be your everything.
You're a 10, but you're possessive.
Yes, I am. I am.
That makes I 0.
Come on now.
Hey, Jesus.
Are you guys mama's boys? Are you guys mama's boys?
Nah, I'm not. I'm not mama.
And if your mom didn't approve your partner, would you guys still marry them?
I would wonder why. Because why would they?
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
wonder why as well.
There'll be a problem. There'll be a very big reason why she wouldn't.
Yeah.
Back to you. She's a 10, but she works out and she's all strapped.
Nah, she's a 0. She would be beating me, bro. I wouldn't be in an argument with her then.
She's physically fit. You can go to the gym with her. You can do all that.
Nah.
Anyway.
I
All
wouldn't
right.
do that.
As we come to the
Zero.
end, right? He's a 10, but he cannot drive. He doesn't know how to drive.
Let me confess something. I also don't know how to drive, so we got a problem. Are we gonna be Ubering?
You get a
our way
chauffeur.
around?
You get a
Or
chauffeur.
we could get a driver. So if he has money, then he's a 10. But if he doesn't have money, then yeah, he's like a 6. 2 though. He's a 6.
I thought she was gonna say a 0, but a 6 is a high. Okay.
6 because we'll figure it out.
All right. And Nate,
Yeah.
I'm putting you on the spot.
Okay.
Rate her on a scale of 1 to 10.
I'll give an 8.5.
8.5.
Yeah.
Wow. Why not 10?
But it's a solid 8.5. Huh?
Silly 8.5.
Yeah, she's just a little bit spicy.
A little bit spicy.
Yeah. Too much spicy. Even if
like an
even if I'm
Indian cuisine.
Ethiopian,
Yeah.
she's spicy.
Yeah, you guys like spices, don't you?
That's a lot of spice.
All right, thank you so much for this segment. It was me, Nate, and chicken curry. And Farah. Have a lovely day.
But she wouldn't rate me though.
Oh, rate him.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna give you a 10, but
But-
because I'm petty like that, I'm gonna give you a solid 8.
Solid 8. I should have said a 7. That's it, guys.
Hi guys, I'm Farah and I'm an Inspektv. So I'm inviting my friend Chelsea. She's a musician. You should check out her page, Chelsea Alfinete. So I'm inviting her to join for the segment of Story of the Day. It was really fun and exciting. So yeah, hope you can join us.
Yes.
Like a pro.
And everybody who's been watching until now, just like, share, subscribe.